Hey YouTube, Pele Leona here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a lower body dynamic stretching routine. So we're going to start with our quadriceps stretch, grabbing that ankle behind us, bringing the pelvis forward, core is strong. We're going to be holding each one for 2 to 3 seconds and then alternating. We're going to be doing 8 to 10 reps of each movement here. Dynamic stretching should be used before a workout. Not only does it help warm up the body, but we are moving our body through similar movement patterns to what we are going to be working on during our strength training session. We are increasing flexibility, and we are also preventing injury by warming up our muscles in this way before we just get straight to the weights. Our next movement is going to be our hamstring sweep. So one heel will be in front of one foot with toes towards the sky. We are hinging our hips back, bringing our hands all the way down as far as possible. And as we bring those arms up, we are bringing the hips forward, bringing our hamstrings through this full range of motion, getting as much stretch as possible, and alternating legs. Let's do 8 on each side. This warm-up routine is great if you're going to be squatting, if you're going to be deadlifting, any lower body movement, as we are going to take our legs through all planes of motion. Once we finish up our 8th rep, we're going to transition into a tabletop position. We're going into a child's pose. I know this is not a lower body movement per se, but most lower body movements with weights are going to be using our lats. So we want to give them a nice stretch. We'll hold this for about 3 breaths, then bring our arms all the way over to the left-hand side for 3 breaths, and then bring it over to the right for 3 breaths. Shifting our weight back forward to a neutral position, we're going to begin some hip rotations with a bent knee. We're going to bring that knee out to the side as far as possible and then circle that knee around to the back. We want to get as big of a circle as possible, bringing our hip through that full range of motion. Nice, slow, and controlled. We're going to go for 10 circles in this direction. Once we finish our 10th circle, we are now going to reverse it. So we're going to initiate the reverse circle by coming up into a donkey kick, still with that 90-degree angle in our knee, and then bringing it around to the side to create that full circle, still moving nice, slow, and controlled, getting that full range of motion in the hip. 10 reps. Once we finish that 10th rep, we're going to transition to our other leg. Same thing, starting the circles by coming into that fire hydrant, bringing that knee out to the side as far as possible, then circling it back for 10 reps. Now let's reverse it, coming up for that donkey kick, bringing out the knee to the side, full range of motion in this circle. Not only is this opening up our hips and lubricating our joints and tendons, but it's also activating that booty. So every lower body movement is going to use the glutes in some way. So we want to encourage that mind-muscle connection. So you should definitely be feeling it after these 20 reps. Nice work, team. We're gonna come up into our plank and transition to a downward facing dog, pushing those hips all the way back, getting a nice stretch in the back of our legs. You can start pedaling out those feet. We're gonna start with our left leg and raise it as high as we can, coming into that 3-legged downward facing dog. We're gonna bring that knee to our chest, planting that front leg, coming into a low lunge. Go ahead and drop that back knee and release those toes. So we're thinking knee over toe here. We want to bring that knee as far forward as possible while keeping the heel planted. And then we're going to push the hips back, extending that front leg, toes towards the sky to stretch that hamstring. We want to keep those hips up high to feel as much of a stretch in the hamstring as possible. And we're going to alternate, coming forward into that low lunge, pushing the hips back into our half split. Dynamic movements to warm up multiple joints in the body. Getting the most out of each rep here. We're going to do this for 10 repetitions. After our 10th, we'll transition back into our plank and downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet before we transition to the other side. Raising that right leg up, three-legged dog, knee to chest, plant that foot, drop the back knee, release the toes, bring that knee over the toes, keeping the heel planted as far as we can get it. Then we'll start alternating, bringing those hips back, toes towards the sky, and repeat for 10 repetitions. Wonderful job transitioning to our plank, pushing the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're gonna walk those feet up to the hands, forward fold, then bring it up nice and slow. We're gonna face forward on our mat, spreading the legs wide in a straddle position. Big inhale, bring the arms up, exhale, forward fold. We're gonna transition into lateral lunges. So you can, adjust your feet as needed, but we're bringing our hips as far over to the side as possible, bringing the knee over the toe and dropping the hip as low as we can while keeping our heel planted. The foot that we're moving towards, we want to keep that heel as planted as possible, keeping our chest up. You can use those hands on the mat to assist you as we shift from side to side. 10 repetitions on each side. Once we finish those 10, coming back into our forward fold, let's scoot our feet in, shoulder width apart, to drop into that deep squat. We're pushing our knees out with our elbows here. Heels are down on the floor, keeping contact with all 3 points, big toe, pinky toe, heel. Can sway from side to side, and now we're gonna begin alternating with our forward fold, stretching those hamstrings, allowing your body to just relax in that forward fold, and then alternating with our deep squat, attempting to get lower each time. Once again, keeping those heels planted. We don't want those heels coming off the ground. We're practicing how we're going to squat in our workout, right? 10 repetitions alternating between these two movements. Once we finish our 10, ending in our forward fold and rolling it up. Guys, can you believe we're done already? Under 10 minutes, you should feel nice and warm. Our core is engaged. All parts of our legs are ready to kill this workout. Thank you for joining me for this dynamic stretching routine for lower body. I hope you have a great workout and a great rest of your day. Hope to see you soon. Bye.